do Mommy's Live and answer. Go live on your Facebook.
Portia don't know how to use Facebook, so I need to let somebody
Let somebody else.
I don't want to be seen.
I'm going to do your. I'm going to do Instagram. Oh gosh, what happened?
Why aren't you in the middle?
What happened? Okay, I gotta
She
do my
in the middle. Wait, am my camera ready?
Oh, no.
Camera ready.
My camera ready. You don't have to be.
Always camera.
They're not gonna see me.
They are.
But you know I have a question.
Oh,
Already.
no,
No
questions.
questions.
No questions. Okay, I need to go Instagram live on this phone. You're gonna just hold.
Look at
Somebody needs to
look at
hold
this
it
one.
up. And
Look at
hold
this
it
one.
toward you, I said.
Phone ringing throughout the whole thing. Who's in here? Nobody.
No, you did. It was Clarence's, but it was in my purse, and I didn't realize it was Clarence's. I'm like, I turned it off. And then I realized, oh, I got this dog on board in my purse.
Got it right on the board. Stephanie, you can ask questions. You can ask questions loud. If she has a question, you can ask them.
Look, I still be looking
Stephanie,
at
don't
the
stop me.
What do you mean? Don't stop who? You're not even.
I am. I'm right.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Leslie record us live
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm going live on Instagram.
Okay, this is my
You
Facebook.
gotta be watching the questions too,
What's
don't
going on
you?
out there? Turn that out. Whatever's out there.
Can
Here,
I,
it's there with live.
I don't wanna move too far.
Can we move? Oh.
Here, Liz.
Fellas deal with the red shoes and the red top with a little splash of white in
It's there with
there.
live. Okay.
Should I put on my zip?
So welcome.
Welcome to the live Q&A of Beyond the Ropes, the podcast. We are here with our brand ambassador, Gina Ray, and our brand ambassador, Portia. We're not quite sure why Portia is sitting here in between Gina and I, but this is the seat she chose, of course. You all will learn more about Portia in a future episode. Today, it's all about Gina Ray. So, does anyone have any questions for Gina? We just finished watching the episode where Gina told us a little bit more about herself. We got to know about her upbringing, her family life, her kids, her husband, and how she came about coming across the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club. Does anyone have any other questions that may have come about? Some of our ambassadors are here with us because we watch the podcast together every Monday, and then they are always here to support and ask questions. And I'm sure Stephanie A. Roberts has a question
At least one.
for Gina Ray. What you got, Stephanie?
Let's hit it.
Yes, I do. How would you encourage someone else who might be going through a loss or dealing with a bout of depression to consider 40 Plus Double Dutch Club as a therapeutic place of comfort?
If that person is familiar with energy, and I always say Chantel brought that to the light for me because I was aware of it, but I had not put any verbiage to it. And I really appreciate Chantel for that because it lit the light bulb for me. And I would hope that I can do that for someone else. You have to be intentional about your energy. If you have experienced a loss, if you have experienced any type of sadness, depression, you have to be intentional about your energy. And you have to know that you have to shift it. And 40 Plus Double Dutch might be that avenue for you to shift that energy. Everybody that walks in the room, we see the new people come in. Sometimes they are a little like, I don't know, what is this all about? Some people come in and they're happy immediately because they feel that energy. And once they leave, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, okay, yeah, I guess it was all right.
Never that.
everybody is like, I cannot believe this. This is, here's my word, amazing. So, yeah, that would be what I would tell someone. Just be intentional about your energy.
One of our questions is about our brand ambassador, Portia, that is sitting here, and they just said they would like to know why you're sitting here. That's really more so the question, and they would like to have Gina have her moment. That's really all.
Who wrote that?
Marty.
Bye, Marty. I knew it was somebody. Marty's always starting problems. Gina's right here.
Well, ask a
That is
question.
a great question, Marty.
If you're going to sit there, then please ask a question to Miss Gina Ray, please.
I will when I think of one. I promise.
Tell them that you're a sister.
They know that.
They don't.
They don't.
Oh, handy.
Doesn't explain why she's sitting here
What's the
right
next
now.
Because
question?
it's a sisterhood, and I like to be a part no matter what's going on. That's why.
Good answer.
They can't. Can you all not hear us? Hello.
People can't hear.
We're having some technical difficulties. If you can't hear us, give us some time. We're going to work on it.
So the people on Facebook are saying they can't hear us?
Well, they need to, that's you guys just need to project because that's coming from the camera microphone right there. That's not the mic.
I wonder if
from
my
here.
volume needs to go
I
up.
pulled it up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So they need to
Facebook
project.
friends, we are going to talk louder. Sorry that you could not hear us earlier.
Yeah. So don't yell
I
into
was
the
trying to
microphone.
be intentional about my volume.
You're doing it.
Give them the cliff notes if they didn't hear.
They said we can hear you.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you
They
guys.
said
Thank
Is
you
that
for the
detail?
They said we can
This
hear
is
you now.
Instagram.
Fine.
Instagram
They
said they can
said,
hear
they
you.
said they can hear
Facebook is
fine.
having a problem.
Okay.
Any other questions? Anyone on Instagram have a question? Since they can hear us.
Anybody have any questions?
Jean,
Yes.
I have.
Okila Ramsey, one of our brand ambassadors. What's your question? Let's hear it.
Lord help us. So, what was your aha moment? Like, you know, this is it. I'm never giving this up if I can help it. Like, what was your aha moment?
I knew it. At another meetup, we were at the country club here, inside, and at the end, we were in the prayer circle, and I think Pam said, "Who wants to pray for us?" Or was it who
I
was it?
wasn't there, but I heard about this.
Okay, I don't know who said it then. Who says, who's going to want to pray for
I
us?
feel like it was Stephanie. But go
And
on.
Okila said, "Let's have Gina pray." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Oh, it was Stephanie. And so I, said my prayer in the circle. And in that moment, and I appreciate Okila for that because y'all see I cry all the time, but it's okay.
This is why I'm here.
To make you laugh in the midst of your feelings.
That was the moment I knew
Did I say
that
don't
I
cry?
would have some
Please
joy
cry.
in my life
Let it
again.
Let it out.
I knew I would have some joy in my life again, and that was part of my prayer. And I said, I can see now that there's still joy for me to be had. So, just over and over again, when I'm with my 40 plus Double Dutch Club sisters, something happens that makes me go, oh, I get it. Life lessons, even at 59, you're constantly learning something about yourself. You're constantly being put in a position in this group to see other people and let them know that they are not alone. And that's just one of the other joys about the group. You know, not only are you finding your own personal joy, but you can help other people see that there's still joy for them too. Just like, you know, I discovered that it was still joy for me. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you. We do have another question. How has it been traveling as a brand ambassador, and where's your favorite place that you have traveled with the
So,
team?
my husband would ask me, well, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Mother's Day? What do you want for plane tickets?
Where are we going?
Where are we going? So this, I mean, it's just a continuation of the joy that I want and have wanted. I love going. I love being new places. So every time it's well, so and so wants us to come here. I'm going. That's my answer. I'm going. So I'm like, you know,
Where did you just come back from today?
New York City.
Why were you there?
Miss Sherry Shepherd.
Oh, just Sherry Shepherd.
Yeah,
You
just
know,
Sherry
just
Shepherd.
hobnobbing
We
with
just got
Sherry
back 2
Shepherd.
hours ago.
Yeah, you know, a girl from around the way.
That's right, from Chicago.
Neighborhood, you know, she had us on. Yeah, so the traveling, like I said, it just further, you know, gives me joy. So, yeah.
So I have a question. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off. Okay, very good. I have a question. You mentioned briefly in the actual podcast episode that you don't feel like you're brand ambassador necessarily, or assistant operations manager. You are truly a 40 plus Double Dutch Club member, but you are the assistant operations manager. How it just seems like so many parts of your life are intertwined with 40 plus Double Dutch Club. Do you ever feel like, man, this is too much? I work for them, I play with them, I travel with them. What do you think about that?
Not too much.
Okay, very good.
It's all been intentional. You know, I put myself in places because I want to be a part. I want this to continue. I want to have my shirt with 88 on the back.
Oh wow!
You know,
Wow!
so it's intentional. I want this. I want Jordan to come in. You
Okay,
know,
longevity.
and,
Ready
Okay,
for you.
me too. I love it. Right.
So I do have a question. You say you love being a part of 40 plus. You are an amazing turner when it comes to many of the performances and the meetups. How do you feel about turning and watching others in the rope while you turn?
well, under Pamela's tutelage,
Thank you very
I
much.
have become
Thank you
the
very
second
much.
best turner in Double Dutch history. Yeah, that brings me joy because when people get in the rope who have never jumped, or people who are not the best jumpers, and Pamela and I can get them, you know, they get halfway through the jiggle. They make it through the jiggle, or they just get in the rope. I get so excited for them. You have people crying. You know, they get so excited. They run around the gym high-fiving, hugging everybody. So, yeah, it's all good. It's
I
all
just
good.
want to make, some people are asking, Patsy Sleep? Yeah, she says, how can we be in the live audience? If you want to just ask the question, and I will ask
Nancy said, how can I be there in the midst
Right.
of the live energy?
Another
You
person
talk about
said,
energy.
what do you all do for your needs?
Ooh, good question.
Right.
At this point, I'm just a little bit fortunate, I think. Just
Very intentional at the beginning of our meetups to stretch, because we are all over 40, so we stretch at the beginning. Some of us also stretch at the end, but we definitely have several minutes of stretching before we start doing our open play.
And also,
Yes.
we're blessed to have a lot of nurses that are part of 40
And
Plus.
healthcare people.
And so they are always reminding us, listen to your body, listen to your body. So,
Don't overdo it.
right.
Tania Edwards says Gina is one top tier turner.
She is.
Hands down. She smiles while doing it. You can see her glowing.
Oh,
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
I'm having a ball. I'm having a good
So
time.
I have a question, Gina. I remember when Katrina and I first approached you and asked you to be a brand ambassador, and we approached you because of the fact that you were coming out to meetups 2, 3, 4 times a week. You were so encouraging. You had such a positive spirit, and Chatelle had suggested that we round off our number to 12, and at the time it was the 8 ambassadors and Katrina and I, so there were 10 of us. So we needed to add 2 more people, and you were one of the first people that we thought of, and we both agreed that yes, we should call Gina. And we called you, and that was back in 2019. Yes. Maybe it was early 2020, because the ambassador started January 2020, and it was like a couple months later. And we called you, and you said that you couldn't commit. Because, and when we called you, we FaceTimed you. You were sitting in a chair, like a rocking chair. You had a blanket on. It was in the middle of the afternoon. Sometimes you didn't, and so you didn't want to commit. And we said, okay, well, we believe you can do this. And so we got a spot for you, and you do what you feel comfortable with, and we're going to be there. And you said, okay. And she's been there, brand ambassador ever since.
With bells on.
Right. I mean, in the fullest degree. But just sitting here today and looking around the room and seeing these women who you never would have met. We didn't know each other. I mean, these people 5, 6 years ago were strangers. Can you, and now, I mean, we talk all the time, inside and outside of the rope. We know each other's personalities. You know who to ignore. You know, I mean, there's just, can you imagine yourself with, what do you think you would be doing if you hadn't heard about 40 Plus BBC? What do you think you would be doing now?
Yeah, like I said, I had a foreshadowing of it not being good if I had not found something. And when you all asked me about, being a brand ambassador, and I was like, because I just didn't know how I was going to be emotionally. And after we got off the call, I'm like, haven't you been praying for something? And they're offering you something, how you going to turn it down? So I'm like, oh, I guess when you ask for something, you should pay attention to when it's being answered. So I don't even want to imagine. I wish my husband was here so he could see it, and I would still want to be a part, but yeah.
How do your kids feel about
Oh my
this
God.
new part of your life?
They are so tickled.
Tickled.
My son, he is like, Mom, that is so cool. Every time I tell him, something, what we're doing, where we're going, he just laughs, and he's like, it's just
Literally
so
tickled.
cool. Yeah, he loves it, and my daughter, she's like, I'm so proud of you, Mom. She's really happy for me.
She comes out to a lot of the events when she
daughter,
can, and younger
yeah.
people can come. Yes,
And
she's very
my
sweet.
grandsons, they see my backpack. You going to Double Dutch? Yes, I am. Yeah, so everybody knows if I'm not at home, I'm probably at Double Dutch. So it's been great. Amazing.
Okay. Well, if we don't have any other questions, we can tell.
That's one of the main questions, is how can they join the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club?
Oh, so one of the main questions seems to be, how can I join 40 Plus Double Dutch Club? All you have to do is be a woman over the age of 40, which means, because there was a little confusion about this, 40 and over. The minute you turn 40, when you are 40 years old and 1 minute, you are over the age of 40. You qualify. So a woman over the age of 40, go to our website, purchase your t-shirt with your name and age on it, and you are an official member. Then you can find a sub-club in your area. We have sub-clubs in most major cities across the country. There will probably be something in your area. You can look on our website to find the sub-club in your area, and you can just go out and play. That's all it takes. And then follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, subscribe, like, watch our podcast, learn who, what, when, where, why, and how we came about. And that's it. Be a part.
You can love it just like Gina does.
And see how amazing it is.
That's right. Amazing.
And what's the website?
The website is www.40plus. Week we will be same time, same place, same station. Our 40 Plus Double Dutch Club YouTube channel. Episode 5, featuring our very own Stephanie A. Roberts. So if you want to learn about Stephanie A., tune in next week, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can watch it on all of your, on YouTube. Even if you don't watch it live when it first airs, you can go back and watch it later and watch episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4 as well. But please tune in next Monday for Stephanie A. And get your questions ready because she loves questions.
Thank you guys for coming and supporting me.
Thank you, Gina. It was wonderful.
Gina has such a great turnout, everybody. Look at everybody that came.
It's in my bag. So I'm shaking my invisible pom-pom.
Yay,
Someone
Gina.
said, do you have to be in tip-top shape? I'm currently losing weight and nowhere near.
Come as
do
you
not.
are. It doesn't matter your
Your
size
size
or
or
shape.
shape.
As long as you're trying and you can play. That's part of our jingle. And we mean it.
And even if you have never learned how to jump double dutch, we can teach you how to jump
Under
on
a
the
minute.
spot.
And
But a lot of people have not jumped in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, because so many of us stopped jumping back when we were young. We started hanging out with boys. We decided to jump in double dutch with the girls. Wasn't as much fun, and we stopped. But that's okay, because it's like riding a bike. It'll come back to you. You may not be able to jump as fast or as long, but as long as you're moving, you're good. But even if you never jump, you can come out, you can hopscotch, hula hoop, play Chinese rope, play jacks, play twiggly lee, the different hand games, do the line dancing, or just enjoy the energy of the women.
get your steps in.
Walk around, get your steps in, just get moving.
Just come.
Just come.
All right, thanks, guys. She said, love it. Thanks so much. That was fun. All right.
All right. See you soon.
See ya.
Thank you, Gina, for sharing.
It was fun.
Thank you for sharing.